Welcome to the Little Beading Closet. I'm Sherry and couldn't be more excited to show you how to make these vertical bar rings. They have so much sparkle from the crystals on top, but they are also finished on the inside, giving them comfort and style. You're going to need 10 4mm bicone crystals for the top of the ring. You will also need size 15 seed beads for here along the edge, size 11 seed beads in a color that matches the crystal here on the inside, and size 11 seed beads in a metallic for the rest of the ring. When working with lighter color crystals, I do suggest using the Crystal Fireline. Although in the video I'll use Wildfire and Black on a size 12 beading needle, it will just make it easier to see. And begin with 4.5 feet of thread on your needle. Let's begin by picking up 4 of the 4mm bicone crystals and then bring them down your thread near the end. You don't need a tail, just a little bit to hang on to. And then needle back through all 4 of the crystals that you just added. And then needle back through one more. Pulling this into a unit of right angle weave. And then needle up here to the end. Coming through one more bead and stepping into this one here. Next, picking up 3 more of the 4mm bicones and coming back through the one that you're exiting and forming another right angle weave unit. Again, needle up here to the end. Coming through the next one and stepping into the one on the end. I'm going to pick up the last 3 bicones and come back through this one here that my thread is exiting, pulling those up here along the edge. And again, coming up to the end, needling through the next bead and into the one on the end. Next, we're going to work with the size 11 seed beads. Picking one up, coming into the next bicone, picking up one more 11, coming into the next bicone, one more into the next bicone. Now that we're here where the tail meets our working thread, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 knots, knot that twice, pulling tight and trimming it off. Now we'll be picking up 6 of the size 11 seed beads and coming into the other side of the top crystal section. Putting one more 11 between our crystals, repeating that between the next crystals, pulling it into place. And this time you need 5 of the size 11 seed beads. And you're going to come into the size 11 here on this side. Working with the size 15s and the size 11s. 2 15s, 1 11, and 2 more 15s. Come into the next 11. repeating that pattern, coming into the next 11. Again, 2 15s, 11 and 2 15s, coming into 2 of the 11s here at the end. Picking up one size 11 seed bead, come through the next 2 11s and pull that one into the space right here. And then one more size 11 seed bead, come into the next 2 11s. And again, pull it so it sits in a point here at the end. We're just repeating the process with 2 15s, 11 and 2 15s, coming into the next 11. And again, you'll want to do that, coming through the next 11. Two more 15s, 11 and 2 15s, coming into the next 2 11s. Picking up 1 11 and coming into the next 2, pulling it into a point right there. One more 11 and come through the next 2. All the beadwork for the top and the side of the ring are complete. Now we're just going to finish up the bottom of the inside of the ring. We're going to get our needle and thread in position for the next step. Needle down to the size 11 here. And we'll be working with both colors of our size 11 seed beads. With 4 size 11 seed beads that match our crystals, needle back through the size 11 that your thread is exiting. And with the seed beads down here, I'm going to be flipping the seed beads all up here on top of the crystals. Needle through the first one, picking up the other metallic and coming into the next colored one. And this time going through the size 11 gold one over here. And then needle into the next colored one, picking up one more gold one and coming into the next colored one. But we have to finish up the end while we're over here. Skipping this one, needle back through the colored one, pulling tight. Again, you can skip your metallic, come into the next colored one, through the next colored one, and then step into the one here on the end. We're going to need 4 of the size 15 seed beads with 2 size 15 seed beads. We're going to needle through these 2 size 11s here on the end. Two more size 15s and come back through the size 11 here and pull the end together. Now we're going to needle down to here. So follow your thread path, coming through your size 11s, one bead at a time. Through the next 11, and then step into this one here. With 4 more of your colored size 11s, needle back through here, needle into the first colored 11, and then the next 11 that sits underneath your bicone, through the next colored 11, picking up 1 more of my golds, coming into the next colored 11, and this time needling into the 11 under the bicone here on this side and back through the next colored 11, and you can also do the metallic one here and pull all that tight. So you have the 2 pondo stitches on the bottom, and this is what it's looking like at this point. Now we're going to needle up here. Again, just follow your thread path, coming through probably 1 bead at a time, maybe 2. Until you step into the metallic one here on the end. We're going to repeat that right here, putting 4 of the colored seed beads on, coming through here, needling through 1 of the colored seed beads, then the next size 11 that sits underneath the bicone on the side, and then through the next colored size 11, picking up 1 more metallic 11, coming into the next colored one, needling through the 11 that sits here underneath your bicone, and into the colored 11 after it. Step through the metallic one right here in the middle, with the thread exiting here. We just need to follow our thread path up here to this one so we can add our 15s on the end. You don't have to go through the metallic ones. You can just skip it and go through the next colored one, and then stepping into the metallic one here on the very end. 2 size 15 seed beads through the 2 11s on the end, pulling those into place, and 2 more size 15 seed beads back through the 11 here. You can see the thread is exiting right here, and we will need to come over to the center seed bead to start attaching our band. You're going to end up at one of these 2 seed beads to start attaching your band. So start following your thread path, 1 bead at a time. Just work your way through the beads. Through here, almost there, just 1 more. And step into the center size 11 seed bead. And now I'll show you how to make a simple right angle weave band here along the edge to finish off your ring. The band is super simple. We're going to pick up 3 size 11 seed beads and needle back through the one that we're exiting. Pull those into a right angle weave unit right there. And then needle up here to the end, coming through 1, and then stepping into the end. Continue repeating that by picking up 3 seed beads and needling back through the one that you're exiting, making another right angle weave unit, and needling up to the end. 3 more. You're just going to have to keep going, working on this until you have a length that fits around your finger. I just continued adding right angle weave units. Before I add any more, I'm going to double check my length, but I'll give you a little tip. You do want it to seem bigger than what you need. It seems like it has 1 unit too many, because in the final step, when you add a size 11 seed bead here along the edge and the gap formed between all the size 11s, it will sort of shrink up your band and it will actually become just a little smaller. So if you size it perfectly now, it will shrink and might be too small when you go to put it on. Picking up 111, I'm going to be needling through this one here on the base of the ring. And 1 more size 11. Right through here. Pulling it together, forming the last right angle weave unit. Next, needle back up through this one, through the one on the base of your ring, and then step into your first 11. So now you just need to pick up 111 and needle into the next right angle weave unit. Again, 111 into the next one. So go ahead and do that until you get here, almost down to the very end. And then step through the size 11 here at the base of the ring. So again, I'll needle into the first 11 and just repeat the process of putting 1 size 11 between each of the 11s here along this edge also. Just going to repeat that all the way down this side until you get to the other end. I'm going to add the last size 11, needle back through the one here on the base of the ring, and now to finish off the thread, I'm going to retrace some of these units. So first I'll come through 2 on the edge and then retrace this right angle weave unit. through one more, and continue working my way down the band of the ring. Keep going a little further. And then to lock the thread into place, I'm going to reverse direction and start needling back towards the top of the ring, and then trim off my thread. And there we go. We have our ring completed. These are simple to make. You're going to have fun with all different colors of crystals and seed beads, silver, gold, bronze, whatever metallic you like. Have fun making this vertical bar ring. As always, enjoy your beading projects and have a beautiful day.